What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video on Basketball Wives, Season 7, Episode 13. Now, the episode opens up with Vashandia O'Neal talking about House of Trees, which is going to be the name of her weed dispensary down in LA. Now, y'all already know how I feel about Vashandia. I don't like this bitch. I'm looking at this shit like, okay, Vashandia, all of that, take that to your spinoff because we don't give a fuck about any of it. I assure you. So we moving her to the wayside because I don't want to talk about that boring ass bitch. So Malaysia has this clothing drive, right? She has this clothing drive, and she's like, instead of me just throwing away all these clothes I'm just gonna have a fucking boutique. I'm gonna rent it out because you know what they do on VH. When they rent these, they conveniently rent all these locations out. Nobody ever is fucking in them. They be having these little birthday parties where nobody's there but the cast. Like, okay, this is what. See, this is one thing with reality TV. Like, bitch, stop insulting my intelligence. We all know that this shit is contrived as fuck. We know VH1 pays out of pocket for a lot of this shit. Stop trying to act like Jackie Christie is having a birthday party and literally nobody is there. There's no gifts. There's no pictures being taken. Nobody is there but the cast, and then the birthday party ends when the cast leaves, okay? The shit is an insult to my intelligence. We know better. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. So she rents out this location to have this clothing drive full of all these clothes. And if you were... What the fuck is that? I feel like I got a scar on my lip. But anyway, if you were going to attend this event, then you had to bring some clothes. So everybody was bringing their clothes. I'm like, when I seen Jackie roll up in there, I'm like, what the fuck did Jackie bring? Because Jackie can't fucking dress. Jackie dresses like a fucking goth bitch on maternity leave. Like, everything that she wears is black and baggy as fuck. I'm like, Jackie, your body isn't even that bad for a woman your age. So I don't know why you try to conceal everything in black all the fucking time. Wear some other colors. Like, have y'all noticed that? All she wears is black. And it's boring. Like, it's just like, you already know what Jackie's gonna wear before she even shows up. It's just like when Nene on Housewives of Atlanta, you know she's gonna have one of those baggy ass moo shirts, one of them goddamn tunics that the Greeks used to wear, and then she's gonna have them blue jeans with the fucking holes in the pants, and then she's gonna have some ugly ass wedges on. Like, what the fuck? But hey, look, they say rich people just poor and poor people just rich. So what do I know? I'm poor. Now, she came in there bringing in that bullshit. I'm like, Jackie, ain't nobody gonna wear that. But, she wanted to be a good friend. She wanted to have Malaysia's back. She's been having Malaysia's back. She's been supporting her across all fields. So this is another field that she just wanted to support her across. So she came in with her bullshit. Tammy came in there with her bullshit. And I'm like, Tammy's fashions are hit or miss. And most of the time, it's like the hit rate was Shaq's hit rate when it came to free throws, okay? We all know Tammy can't dress, and she hasn't been able to dress since her debut on the show. Even when she started getting money, she still didn't know how to get fashion. So she came in there with her bullshit. And they started, guests started coming in. I'm like, did they just find these women off the street? Because I didn't see no sign. I didn't see no sign outside the store like, hey, clothing drive inside, come inside, get inside, and buy get whatever you want, anything that you like, just get it. I didn't see none of that. So I'm like, what, a producer's just outside, like, looking for, like, you look pretty broke. You look down on your luck. You look destitute. You want some free clothes for some reality star bitches? And they're like, yeah, my broke ass. So they come in there, and they start getting clothes, and then soon after, Orgy comes in. Orgy comes in with this big-ass forehead and this motherfucking Leela James afro. Like, hey, guys. And they looking at this bitch like, okay, why the fuck is she rolling into this clothing drive with no clothes? As Tammy said, the directive was to bring, if you were gonna come, then you should have also brought something. Because if you were just bringing yourself, we would have told you no. But of course, she didn't tell nobody she was coming without because she didn't want to be denied access into the goddamn event. So They're like, no, this bitch didn't come up here with all this forehead to give and no clothes. Yep, she did it. You guessed it. So she comes in there with no clothes, but it seemed as though she was really trying to help the ladies that they just rented from the parking lot and the sidewalk and across the street at the beach to come in. She was helping them try on the clothes that they wanted. So I guess that was good. Then after the fact, she's talking to Tammy about this whole marriage thing, and I just feel like Tammy is not the bitch that you want to talk to about marriage, because Tammy does not want to get married, and she has a negative perspective of marriage because hers didn't work out. So it's like, Orgy, if you want to talk to anybody about marriage, then you may want to talk to the only married bitch on the cast. I'm sorry, one of two married bitches on the cast, but one has been married every year for 20 years, and that would be Jackie Christie. You don't want to talk to Tammy's old bitter ass, because Tammy's going to steer you in the wrong direction. Like she's just said, she's like, bitch, we're just fine, so why can't we just stay as we are without getting married? And then that's going to put the battery in her back, like, well, shit, I thought I wanted marriage, but hey, maybe I should just stay how we are since we fine. You don't want to talk to Tammy. Like I said, if you want to get married, go tell that bitch Kwame that he has a set amount of time to do something about your status of your ring finger, and if he doesn't, then you just need to be out the door, because there's so many other men who will. So after the fact, Zell is pissed. I don't like Zell. I feel like he's a monster. He's a boogeyman. He's the bitch that be under your bed that you scared. Like, when you may have dropped something under the bed, or some may have like rolled something under the bed, or is there something under the bed that is down there that you may have been meaning to get, but you just don't want to go down there because something is down there and you like, fuck it, I'd rather not. Zell is that bitch. So he's pissed that she didn't fucking bring anything. And it wasn't even his event to be pissed at. Like, you're just helping. Because as far as I'm concerned, they're doing this for for women. You're a man. So I know you ain't bring no clothes for these women to bring either. You just here sucking dick. So he's pissed, talking all this shit. And then he was like, oh, can we get all the people who donated? Which was a clear shot. Clear shot. And then he proceeds to hand the person who did not donate the phone to take the picture. I'm like, I've never given a fuck about Zell. Even since Love and Hip Hop Hollywood last season, I've never given a fuck about him. So I'm like, Malaysia, really? Why are you hanging out with this bitch? You got too much class to be hanging out with a Zell, with something named Zell. But I guess she feel like she don't got enough class. That's why she's still hanging with the bitch. So anyway, Vashandia. And I'm only bringing this bitch up again because this is actually relevant to what the fuck is going on. So Vashandia invites Evelyn over to play Connect 4. Okay. This is just what they do. They play Connect 4 on their spare time. But she invites Evelyn over to play Connect 4 and to discuss this Amsterdam trip that she has coming up for her weed dispensary. And Evelyn's like, well, who's invited? I know I'm invited. Who else are you inviting? She's like, yeah, I'm inviting Orgy because she just lost her brother. And I'm inviting Cece because, everybody loves Cece. And Evelyn's like, bitch, no, we don't. We don't love Cece. Fuck Cece. That bitch was trying to undermine us because we don't have a job. She's undermining us because she actually went to college, got a degree, and found a job in her field. And she actually works for a living all the time that she's been living. And she wants to look at us and like, well, what do we do? Like, bitch, doesn't matter. That is clearly the bird response. Any bitch who's like, no, they ain't shit. Like, no, they just been getting by just off they womanly wiles, off they looks, off they pussy, off of all of that. And they've been getting by, and they don't like it when somebody who actually worked for theirs got something to say. And it's like, bitch, Evelyn, you talk about you put your daughter through school like you just put your daughter through school. Your daughter graduated high school, I want to say, what was that? Season 4 of Basketball Wives. So you have been making all that VH1 Basketball Wives money for almost 4 years to put your daughter through school. You didn't have no goddamn savings for your daughter to go to college. You just damn near got that money. That money just dropped on your ass like Plymouth Rock, and then you had the money to send her to school. And nobody's knocking that, but don't sit up here and make it seem like you've been working all your life when you have not. You've been getting taken care of all your life because you're a beautiful woman. That's really what it was. And like, even still, you're not really working. You're still finding ways to have a man take care of you, which is why you slept your way through 3 different player associations. That's not by coincidence, Evelyn. You do that shit on purpose. You want to find rich men to take care of you. And then if you want to find some little hobby that you can have on the side that can produce revenue, then that's what you will do. But at the end of the day, you are not trying to be in nobody's office. You are not trying to be in nobody's building. You are not trying to do nothing where you have to clock in and clock out from 9 to fucking 5. So yes, CC threw that shot at you because y'all were criticizing her on where the fuck she got her degree to practice medicine. And regardless if she's not saving cancer or not, she's still saving lives. She's making a difference medically. You're not making a difference at all. Okay? So I was unimpressed with that whole little tidbit from Evelyn because it's like, yeah, bitch. She said what she said and she was right. Y'all don't work. Like at this point, Vashandia is finding something to do with her money. Really. Like she's trying to find, she's like, okay, I got Basketball Wives, but I need something to do when that shit goes off air. From the time it goes off air to next year when it to the time it goes back on air next year, I need something to do because I'm bored. Kids going away to college. There's nobody I really need to be home. There's nobody here I really need to be home for. So I need something to do. That's what y'all are on. Evelyn's talking about some she got vitamins or bitch talking about some she got vitamins or some shit. Like, bitch, ain't nobody taking no goddamn Nobody saying no goddamn Evelyn Lozada pill, okay? Nobody's buying that shit. We just want to watch you be on reality TV and act fucking retarded. Okay? So save it. But yeah, so she's not thrilled about Cece's coming. She's like, well, since Cece's coming, why can't Jen come? And Vashandia's like, for once, Vashandia, because you know, Vashandia don't give a fuck about who did what to anybody. If it means that they will have better ratings for a better season finale and that's going to give her all that money, she is like, I don't give a fuck if she fucked your man, if she slapped your dog, if she was sending news to your mama. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. If she wants to come on this trip, she can come on this trip. But when somebody do some shit to Vashandia, she's like, fuck ratings, fuck money, I don't give a fuck, that bitch can't come. So she's like, no, Jennifer can't come, I don't want to be around her, and I wish you would leave me the fuck alone about asking me, can this bitch come? And Evelyn's like, well, you know, she's like, it's one ear out the other, so she's about to go talk to Jen about it. Now, here's one thing that was bothering me. Like, it's clear that Tammy and Evelyn blew up. They fell out for the upteen time. And Tammy hasn't really been saying much after the fact. But every chance that Evelyn gets, she's throwing shots at Tammy. She's like, oh, like when her and Vashandia went to the store, she was like, that says Fucci, that's something Tammy would wear. Tammy's a witch, and Tammy's always the problem, and Tammy's not going on a trip, Jen, so you should be able to come, and she's strategic with her words, and she sounds believable, and all of this bullshit. So, so she takes, like, she was the one claiming that Tammy was obsessed with her, and talking about some, you know, Tammy's the, and how Tammy's never a thought in her mind, but bitch, every chance that you get, you're taking a shot at Tammy. And I'm just like, man, Tammy is a weak-ass bitch. But I really, like, if she just, like, blows Evelyn's shit out one good time, I would gladly, I just want to see it. I really want them to get into it, for real. I want her to fuck Evelyn up. I feel like it's not going to happen because at this point, it's clear Tammy is not trying to film with Evelyn or Jennifer. Like, it's just so clear. Like, she's pulling a Royce. Like, she's like, I don't want to film. Like, at first these girls weren't trying to film with me. Now I don't want to film with these girls. And I don't blame her at all. But it's like, Tammy, I need you to beat this bitch's ass because she is getting on my nerves. Now, push further on. I'm tired. So we got I don't know. Oh, Kristen was talking to no, Cece was talking to Jackie about the whole. Y'all, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about any of that, and I barely paid attention. So, and here we are. We're at the end of the video, y'all. So, like I said, if y'all want if y'all have any viewer questions that y'all would like to submit to me, you can submit it to AskTheMaverickQuestions@gmail.com. I will leave the link in my description box. So if you would like that question read at the end of any video, let me know and I will answer it for everybody. I mean, for you. And this is my Basketball Wives review video. I'm about to review Insecure Season 3, Episode 2 right after this one. So please check that one out after this one uploads. So y'all have just heard the Maverick. Thank you for watching. Peace.